I'm hungry, and you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. I just saw Morbius, and normally I would tell you to go watch it and form your own opinion, but this time, don't. I want you to save you the hour and 40 minutes that is that absolute abomination. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't even bad so much so that it was bad in a funny way like Sharknado is. It was just plain bad. I mean, the story was all over the place. It didn't make sense most of the time. I just think the concept of taking a villain like Morbius and trying to make them an anti-hero doesn't make sense at all. I mean, Venom, you can get away with it because you have things like Agent Venom. He's been sort of a lethal protector in the comics before, but Morbius is just a straight-up Spider-Man villain. I mean, this whole movie could just be pushed down into one little origin story for him to be like a villain in an upcoming Spider-Man film. He doesn't need his own film. Plus, I feel like I could have made this film at least decent if you turn it just completely away from the anti-hero angle and just make it a tragic story about this guy who tried to cure himself, turned himself into a vampire, and killed everyone he loved, and have it end that way. So that way it makes sense that he's going to be a villain at the end, instead of try to paint him as a hero for about an hour and 40 minutes, which they didn't even do a good job at that. And then at the end, you're trying to shoehorn him into the Sinister Six. I mean, come on. I mean, even the post-credit scenes, like what I was mentioning with the Sinister Six, that was downright horrible. I mean, it made absolute no sense. It kind of ruined No Way Home because it doesn't go by the logic of No Way Home. I don't know why, for some reason, the Vulture gets put into a different universe, even though the spell only puts people back to their regular universes. It pulled Michael Keaton out of the MCU for some reason, and the dialogue between them felt like it was written by a 2-year-old. The acting wasn't horrible. I don't know. I don't find Jared Leto as a leading man. Like, they were trying to make him charming. I don't know. He's just not as charming as Tom Hardy is in Venom, so I don't think he can carry a franchise like Morbius by himself. The only really good acting was Matt Smith. I mean, I really didn't like his storyline a lot, but he brought everything he had to this role, and I think that was the only, I guess, good part. No, there wasn't really any good part. My favorite part of the movie was the opening credits, because it was really cool and really stylized, but it did not fit this film at all. And then they completely overdid it in the ending credits, so much so that you couldn't read people's names on the screen. Tyrese is in this film, but really, is he? Because he barely had any lines, and he had no reason to be in the movie at all. A lot of people I'm seeing said it had good CGI. It had all right CGI. It had too much CGI, in my opinion. There was one scene that was downright horrible CGI where they tried to make Jared Leto skinny, but it was like I'm looking at literally a kid's drawing. I don't remember any part of the score. That wasn't memorable at all. The visuals were fine, I guess. But I don't know. Just this movie really was a waste of time. I don't want to waste any more time in this video on it, really. I'm going to give it a review, and if you couldn't guess already, it's a 0 out of 5 toilet paper rolls. So you know what that means. That's a flush. Bye, Jared.